Hello. Today we're going to take a look at how the Combine tool works. It's a very, very powerful tool, especially when you get beyond CSWA level type stuff. It's one of our part creation tools. So in this, we will go ahead and create a new part. And as soon as that creates for us, we're going to start making some bodies. And yep, there we go. All right, and make sure I'm in millimeters. Perfect. All right, so one of the key things to this is I'm going to go ahead and just grab the front plane here. We'll do just fine. I'll go ahead and start our sketch on it. And I'm going to go ahead and make a circle here. We're going to call it 50 millimeters just for fun. We'll go ahead and exit this sketch. We'll make a feature. We'll extrude it. And let's go ahead and just do 75 just for fun. Works just fine. All right, now I think we'll pick the front plane again. Zoom out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just make myself a center line. None of this is required for using the Combine tool. I'm just kind of trying to set something up that'll work. We'll go ahead and put that there as a horizontal line. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put my circle center on the end point there. It didn't like that, so we're going to try that again. So circle, end point there. Definitely want to overlap these, so we'll go something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and dimension this. Let's call this one 40. That's pretty close. And we're going to call this one, let's go 65. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we're going to edit my sketch. We'll also extrude that. Go ahead and twist it. We can, use the same. All right, so this probably wouldn't be the best case of use for this, but it gives us an idea of what the Combine tool will actually do. So got these two cylinders. Now I did make a mistake. So when you are making a Combine, you need multiple solid bodies. So right now you can see that I have one solid body. If I drop this down, it is that entire solid body. It is all there. It is all combined. So in order to not have one solid body, I'm going to actually right click on my second extrude. This is important if you're setting up your own extrude. This checkbox right here that we never seem to deal with very often, right here is called merge result. We want to uncheck that. So we want, even though our two things touch and overlap, we want them to be two separate solid bodies. So as you can see up here, they are in fact two separate solid bodies. Now, the Combine tool is a feature that's not on the features menu. Okay, so there's two ways to find it. You can go to Insert, then you can go to Feature and scroll down and you will see Combine. Now, here's the key. If this is grayed out like some of the other ones are, that means you don't have at least two solid bodies. So if you look here and Combine is grayed out or intersect or split, some of these, all right, again, look at your solid bodies and you likely only have one. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Combine. So I've got three different types of Combine. So a Combine add would literally just merge these two together. It's kind of the equivalent of of leaving that box checked of merge result. So if you've done something and it's really not like a merge result kind of thing, or you ended up with two bodies and it really should be just one and they are touching or overlapping, try that add. It should allow you to go ahead and put those into the same solid body. Now subtract is kind of a cool thing. This is where I can take and I can specify a main body. So I am going to make this the main body, and the body to subtract is this one. Okay. Now in this case, I could have done the same thing with a cut extrude, but imagine more complex parts. And when I click show preview, you can see it basically uses that like a cutting tool and cuts that part out. All right, like I said, is there a more efficient way to do this as with these simple extrudes? Of course there are. But there are some other options where you can do this. I've actually seen some people use it where there are two parts that fit together they actually create one part, save it, create the second part, and instead of trying to match the geometry, they'll actually import the first part and use it to cut the second. So there are some opportunities for the use of that. I am going to actually close out of this and show you the second way of starting a combine, which is to just use the search bar and start typing it in. And by the time you type COM, combine is the first one that pops up. The one that you're going to need for, especially if you're looking at this in preparation for the CSWP exam, is Combine Common. And what this does is it allows us to select two intersecting bodies and click Show Preview. And what we get is only where the two overlap. Okay? So I get that only where the two overlap. Now, where's an actual use of this? I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. I'm going to go ahead and delete my second body. And I'm going to delete the second sketch. I'm going to use a different plane. So I'm going to use the right plane, for example. And we're going to start a sketch on there. And I'm going to use the slot tool. Or actually, I'm going to use the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool would be a good one for this. And we're going to make something that comes straight up and then is more of an oval shape this way. All right, that works. We would go ahead and make those horizontal. I'm going to go ahead and give that a length just to fully define everything. Let's call it 35. I'm going to go from here to here vertically. That right now is at, I'm going to call this one 62. And we're going to go horizontally across. We're going to call that 20. And the one thing that we don't know is we don't know exactly whether these axes are horizontal or vertical. So I believe if I put that in, yeah, that gives us the horizontal relationship between the top and bottom edge. That gives us a fully defined shape. I'm going to go ahead and exit that sketch. I'm going to use my features tool to extrude it. Let's go ahead and go mid-plane. So we kind of pass the two bodies through each other. Make sure we're not merging it, because that is the default option. And we pass those through each other, usually from a 90. This is a more typical way to use it. Okay, we'll again do combine, pull that up, combine common, and again, now we pick our two pieces, and when we show our preview, or we accept it, again, we are left with the combination of those two curves. And again, a lot of times we're going to use something a little more complex than just a circle and an ellipse. But this does give us the right idea, because from the front, it is a circle, and from the side, it is the ellipse, or at least the partial ellipse. As you saw, we kind of cut the top and bottom off. But when we look at them, this view is a combination of the two. So in the future, you can use Combine Common to make more complex geometry for your parts.